So a casino was burglarized recently in Vegas. It might have been an inside job and the news is not talking about it. Why is that? We're going to talk about how the media works in Vegas, how it's hard to get crime statistics in this town, how I should have had a shot to be on a major billboard in Vegas, but it was kiboshed because of what I've been told is basically the casino industry making sure that that doesn't happen. And how, I'm going to tell you at the end of this video about a time that I saw somebody who I think was going to commit a mass bad event. I can't say certain words on YouTube, it's censored, and how I got involved in that and how it nearly brought me to a place where I put myself in danger. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. How's it going, guys? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications. If you guys want to do as much, that would be pretty cool. And, leave us a comment below. Have you ever witnessed a crime? Did you report the crime? Did it get you in more trouble? You should always report crimes that you see because it can help people out. But sometimes, no good deed goes unpunished. And I'll tell you about my good deed again at the end of this video. Sponsorship time. We have to talk about our channel sponsor, Pinay Magazine. Pinay Magazine is actually an Ethereum company. They're Ethereum 2.0 validators that have their own token. You can go check them out on Instagram. What they do is they showcase the global Pinay to the world. Pinay is actually a woman of Filipino origin, and in their next issue coming up, they're going to have Pinays from North America, with future issues, Pinays coming in from Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Scotland, Ireland, the UK, of course the Philippines, and also the GCC group of countries, places like Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Dubai. And they actually buy the side of Resorts World once a week out of every single month of the year. You can catch them up there starting November 18th this time around. That's your Vegas connection. They've been really great to us, taught me a lot about crypto. I started my own crypto channel called Not Leaving Crypto. You can check that out in the comments below if you want to get started in crypto. Check it out there. And check them out on Instagram. Everything's pinned in the first comment. We also have VegasFaceMask.com, a mask that's so good, I was wearing it the whole time. You didn't even know. My wife makes these from start to finish. She's a Pinay as well. And you can check them out on VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. Of course, we have solid colors if you need them for work. We have Christmas colors if you got to wear them and you know that they're not going away over the festive flu season we have coming up. We have no nose wire. It goes around the back of your head, not your ears. All handmade, 100% by my wife, delivered to the post office by me, and, no outsourcing on these. These are all done in person, from the first cut of fabric to when they hit the mail. All right, so those are our channel sponsors. Thank you guys for checking them out. So, a major crime was committed at the Red Rock property, apparently, according to VitalVegas.com. And there's no reason to not believe him. The casino cage was completely taped off. And apparently it was an inside job, possibly, not being ruled out. $60,000 to $70,000 of valuables, cash, be it cash, chips, whatever, it's not really explained in the article, went missing from the cashier's cage. Police presence, it was heavy. And why is nobody reporting on it? Thanks to Mark Rofton, Mr. Uber, for slipping me this story so I could cover it. He texted me last night. I really appreciate when you guys send me story ideas. Find my email in the first link of this, in the description of this video. Why is nobody reporting on it? They're not reporting on it because the media in Vegas doesn't want to bite the hand that feeds them. And casinos in Vegas don't really like opinion bloggers like myself because we can go ahead and say whatever we like. And sometimes we say things that are really negative and sometimes we say things that are really positive. But the general traditional news media, be it the Review Journal or any of the alphabet channels, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS, they're not going to talk about this stuff too much unless it happens over and over, and then they're going to go and put it out there because it's too big of a story to ignore. And the reason that is because they want to be on good terms with the casinos. They want to make sure that the casinos will invite them in for big events like a casino grand opening or a new renovation coming up, give them insider access, which is totally understandable. And the casinos are private companies. They could turn everybody off of this if they wanted to. Case in point, it almost came to pass for the Review Journal to lose media credentials. See, the Review Journal did an article with one of their reporters on how Dana White was hosting a UFC event early last spring in Florida with no restrictions on capacity and no masks and no vaccine mandates. They posted some really negative stuff about how UFC owner Dana White could be responsible for the loss of life. UFC owner Dana White didn't take that very kindly and responded with the tone of, maybe the Review Journal doesn't need to cover the first major UFC event we're going to have in Vegas in May when it happens. Man, you got to be careful with that stuff, right? Yeah. Now, funny side story. I was supposed to be on the side of a billboard here in Vegas. Yeah, the one at Resorts World. My channel sponsor was going to do that for me, and it was a go. But unfortunately, the board operator said we can't do that. It came from the president of the company that actually buys and sells the media on the side of most of the billboards in Vegas. And I won't tell you the company because it's not the company's fault. See, the casinos don't like opinionated bloggers. There's me and a couple of others that they look out for. And they say that we're influential somehow, and they're afraid of us saying bad things about other things in Vegas. Maybe there's a musician in town and he did something silly and I say it on camera, and that musician is on the side of a billboard and they pay money to the billboard company. So I get it. I totally get it. I was on a billboard in Hawthorne. I was on some billboards in LA. Here's a clip of that. It's pretty cool. But so that's why you're not going to hear some stuff about Vegas reported. Okay, there's no police blotter. Metropolitan Police Department doesn't post up a lot of crime statistics. You can always get Ring on your neighborhood, your Ring app on your phone called Ring Neighbors. They'll tell you when stuff's happening. But yeah, for the most part, you don't hear a lot of it, and it's really unfortunate. However, you can always go to alternative sources of news like ourselves and us YouTubers for that kind of thing. So I thought I would explain that to you so you can get an idea about it. I mean, look, when the casinos reopened in June, on June 4th last year, after being closed for 78 days, you didn't want to be that company that held the casinos to the fire, feet to the fire, because then you weren't invited to the grand opening. And we don't want to have that happen. And by the way, I will say this, if you made it this far in the video, we love casinos. I think it's great that we have them here. It fuels the giant entertainment industry, employs tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in the area, and we want to make sure that people are coming back to them. So nothing negative about the casinos here, just an old boys club or old persons club, old girls club. I want to be politically correct for you guys about how it all works, and now you understand. Okay, so story time here though. I remember one time I was walking home from the Strip. I used to live all the way up on Flamingo and Decatur in that area. I was walking home from when I worked in timeshare on the Strip. And as I was walking home, I was passing the Rio, and I saw somebody who had the most deadest zombie-like eyes in the world. You ever seen like a person that looks like they just are evil inside? Like it looks like there's something wrong with them. It kind of looked like I'm playing Resident Evil 4 on the Oculus, and it kind of looked like those kinds of people. It was scary. He had a 18-inch machete in his hand. It was the real deal. I know. I've been to the Philippines. They use those in farming. I know what they actually look like. It wasn't a Halloween prop, and he was banging it along the metal fence as he walked. Just looked angry towards the Rio. Bang, bang, bang. People were literally walking into the street to avoid this guy. So what did I do? I called 911. I said, there's a guy that I think is walking into the Rio right now with a huge knife, and I want to make sure he doesn't do something horrible. So within 30 minutes, they call me. Metro calls me back on my cell phone. They say, we caught him. Can you leave a statement? I said, sure, here's my address. They're like, an officer will be at your house in an hour. I gave a statement. That was the mistake. I should have just been a concerned citizen and reported this thing and said, no, I defer that. Because within a few months, I get a call or a letter in the mail from the Las Vegas Justice Court telling me that I might have to go and testify against the guy. And by then I had over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I don't know who watches me. And I said, well, look, I got a kind of like a public persona thing going on. I don't want to get this guy mad at me if he goes to jail and it's my fault. Maybe his family comes after me, and I'm live streaming on the Strip. They say it doesn't really matter. In America, you have your right to face your accuser, so you're going to have to testify or else there'll be a bench warrant out for your arrest. I don't think any of that was true because I don't think you have to testify. But point is, sometimes no good deed goes unpunished. Now, for me, the moral and the ending of this story, not the moral, but the ending of the story is that nothing happened. Whatever reason, his lawyer said, look, you're dead to rights, take the plea deal, you won't go to trial. Nothing happened. There was no trial with that one. But I'm curious to know, have you ever had a no good deed goes unpunished type of thing where you called the police and you told them something and you reported it because it's interesting? And what do you think about the crime over at the Red Rock Resort? Do you think it's a big deal? Of course, your insurance will pay for it, I'm sure. If it's an inside job, it's probably nothing we have to worry about. It's not like there's a masked man running into properties and holding them up or anything like that. But those are some random thoughts for today, and I thought I would share that with you right here. We got some more great videos coming up on the channel. We're going to talk about the mask mandate in the state of Nevada and if it's going to be gone before you guys come here for New Year's Eve. We're going to talk about, we have a whole lineup of content planned in my notes and reminders, but this one popped into my lap, and I thought I would talk about it and spit it into another topic about media in Vegas. That's me. I'm Steve. Steven. I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Check out our channel sponsors over on Instagram for Pinai Magazine, over on YouTube for Not Leaving Crypto. And now's the time to, check out VegasFaceMask.com. I almost forgot. See, I'm wearing it underneath. You couldn't even see it. VegasFaceMask.com, the only two that you'll ever need. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? I'm going to look at the camera, get close, and go 3, 2, 1. Am I in focus? 3, 2, 1, and click!